So let's talk about the PWM output. Okay, so PWM output is most commonly used functionality in all the embedded system and in all the projects, and definitely you will require to use this PWM output. And PWM is basically based on your timer, and it works on a basically duty cycle. So what exactly is mean by duty cycle? So here we have, you can see the formula for the duty cycle is given is that it is on time divided by total time, and total time is equal to on time plus off time. And I think you also will be very much aware about this formula and about the PWM output as well, but just to revise those things and which you need to know in this. That's why I just, it is just a just what I can say that again one more repetition. Okay, so let's consider an example where you have a on time of 23 millisecond and total time is of 100 milliseconds. So your duty cycle will be 23%. Okay, so where it will be used? So it will be used, let's say I will give one example. Let's say if you want to have a blinking LED, and in that case you can do a 50% on and 50% off. So there also you can use this PWM output. And there are many cases. Let's say if you are working on a power electronics based project, and there if you want to have a phase control and mechanism where you need to control the intensity of a bulb, something like that, in that case also you need to use the PWM output. So it will be always based on a timer. All different controller will support multiple timers, timer 1 2 and timer 1 2 3. It could be multiple timers up to 10 also timer, it is possible. In the latest we have many controller like that. So you basically you need to have a timer configuration, and you need to configure the timer with respect to the on time and off time. Okay, and if you want to have an interrupt for your timer, you can also configure that. So generally in the controller, you will have some registers, let's say the timer high and low register, or kind of registers where you need to set a particular value. And once you set the particular value, it will go down or up based on the controller. Let's say if it is going down from a particular value till 0, and once it reaches 0, it will either generate an interrupt or it will not generate interrupt. That also you can configure. So if you want to use an interrupt, you can use the interrupter. If you don't want to use the interrupt, that is also possible. And it is that's why it is called a software timer. And you need to use that timer basically to have a PWM generation. Okay, so this is one of the most important feature which we will use across the many of the project, and we need to know this. Okay, so I think this is a very short thing, and yeah, about the PWM output. However, if you want to know the complete detail about the how you will configure, you need to go through the controller data sheet, and where it will be complete. All the details will be given. It will be specified how you need to do and what you need to do. Okay, so let's move to the next chapter. Yeah.